Hello and welcome back to another torch review and overview. Today I have the S Mini Baton Titanium, the rainbow finish one, and this was sent in by Olight. So what I'm going to do is run through the process as I normally do, just showing you what you get included, and then we'll do some beam shots at the end to compare the models. So in the box with this you just have a fabric tab to help you pull it out, and then just grab the torch. Now the only other items that you get are the manual, which I'll have a look at in a second. The rainbow finish on this is everything, including the stainless steel clip underneath the clip, as well as both sides of the clip and both sides of the cap. So everything is coated with that rainbow effect, and it looks pretty nice actually. It looks quite nice in person. Now because this is titanium, the threads are greased already, but it's not quite as easy to open as the brass version, because brass is naturally a lubricant. You get the included non-rechargeable CR123A cell. You can use the rechargeables, I tend to, but you get a longer run time with the non-rechargeable types. Have a spring at the top. And looking at the optics on this, we have that TIR optical lens, and that's been quite common on a lot of the smaller Olight torches. Not all of them, but most of them have that optic which spreads out and diffuses the light quite evenly. Now this is me showing you with the rechargeable CR123A. You're not going to get the run times that you get on the non-rechargeables, but they are obviously, financially they make sense long term because you can recharge them, so they're worth having. And you also get included in this, there's a sort of special lucky draw for the serial numbers on the torches, and you can get yourself a free torch. I didn't see this in the other brass version that I had, but it's worth pausing that, having a look through on the numbers, and you can see the number under the clip. You don't have to take the clip off to read the number, so check that out if you have one of these torches. All of the S Minis come in special editions. Running through the user manual just to show the output, we have a step down from 550 to 300, 4 power levels in the strobe mode, and onto the operations. I've already covered this with the brass one that I did, so I'll link to that at the end so you can be able to see a more in-depth review. I'm just going through the basics on this particular video. Now comparing it to the brass version, as you can see here, the titanium one comes in a couple of different colours, but they all have the PVD coating on them, and the brass one doesn't. That's uncoated. And you might feel a bit of weight difference because the titanium metal is quite strong, but it's also quite a bit lighter than the brass. Onto the operation, we have the soft on off, and you can just push and hold to go through the power levels. Double click when off gives you access to the highest power mode. And we have push and hold, and you enter the Moonlight. If you keep holding it, you go into the lockout, so you have a momentary on function too. And when it's on, double click and hold, takes you into the auto timer function, so it turns itself off. So handy if you accidentally leave the torch on. And you quick press 3 times to get access to the strobe mode. Next to the brass, although these are both neutral white tints, I will do a video showing you different outputs and power levels of the torches so you can compare them. I'll also put the S1A, which is a cooled white tint, so have a look at those and see what you think, and also check out my review of the brass version at the end of the video.